Here at 6.5, we take the security of our clients' websites and the responsibility of looking after that critical business asset very seriously. In this video, I'm going to show you how our Fortress 2FA installation works and what it is you'll need to do the next time you log in to your website that is hosted with 6.5. Hi, my name is Duncan. I am the CEO and founder of 6.5, and we help our clients build, maintain, and host their WordPress websites for business. Now, our Fortress plugin is not actually a plugin. It's a security system that is built down in the server level underneath and around WordPress rather than being a plugin inside of WordPress. Now, if you're looking to improve the security of your WordPress website, using a plugin to enforce two-factor authentication is generally a really bad idea. And the reason for that is that the security keys used to do the encryption and figure out if that code matches and is correct is usually stored in the database. And that means if you have a plugin vulnerability that allows a hacker to get access to your entire database, they can pull those keys out, and then they have one of the critical components they need to then come and log in. Then all they're going to need, of course, is your password, and hopefully you're not reusing your passwords across different websites and properties online. Bad move. So the two-factor authentication on any website that you use protects against a small part of the threat landscape. And as you can see in this chart from Thomas J. Rafe at We Watch Your Website, in WordPress land, about 7% of hacks on a WordPress website actually come from compromised login credentials. Now, the 2FA adds a second item to that login system. So even if they've got your username and password, hopefully they don't have access to your 2FA codes, and that means that they'll get past one hurdle and won't be able to get in on the next one. And just as a caveat here, you should be putting 2FA on everything you use. Everything. Right? And it should be available on virtually everything you use online too. So make sure when you're logging into something, put two-factor authentication onto it as well. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use 2FA through your password manager, but we also highly recommend that you make sure you have a two-factor authentication app on your phone, and we recommend the Authy app for you to do that on your phone. The reason for that is you can synchronize your codes across multiple devices, and if for some reason you lose your device, you can sign back into Authy and it will download your codes and you'll still have everything you need. All right, so let's dive into it. Okay, so I'm going to just log in to my WordPress website, same as I do always. And in between my last login and now, what's happened is Fortress has been installed on this site. I'm going to enter my password and click login. And Fortress is going to say to me, right, do you want to set up two-factor authentication? Now, it's important that you do. You only get one chance to skip this for 30 minutes, and then the next time you come back around, it will force you to do it. If you do not complete this, you then will not be able to log in thereafter. All right, so let's click on the Set Up Two-Factor Authentication. And if you're going to use your phone, open up your Authy app, click on the ad, get the camera open, scan the QR code, and it will give you your 6 digits that you'll need to enter at the bottom here. In this example, I'm actually going to use my Bitw app. I'm going to put this two-factor authentication code into the TOTP field here. Now, depending on whether you use 1Password or Dashlane or whatever, and whether you're on a paid plan or not, this functionality may or may not be there. We are using the Teams version of Bitw in our company. It is brilliant, and therefore we can do that this way. So I'm just going to take that code and paste it in, click on Save. And this then is going to give me an authentication code. So I'm going to copy that, paste that in down the bottom and complete the setup. Now my two-factor authentication is connected, and I should save these codes just in case for some reason I lose the login, the 2FA that's in my Bitw. The same applies if you're using Authy or an app on your phone. You should copy these passwords, these backup codes, and save them outside of your password manager somewhere safe. Don't just stick them on your desktop on your computer. Even print them out, put them in your password manager. It's also a good place to put them, but make sure you know which website they relate to. All right, so now I'm logged in, everything is going to be exactly the same and is going to be very normal. So I'm just going to log out just to demonstrate what this looks like when I log in again. I'm going to get my two-factor authentication code, and because Bitwarden is so awesome, all I'm going to do is right-click and click paste, and I'm going to get my 6-digit code. You'll see that that also is this little round button here, and if I click to open, there's going to be, oh, it's just clicked over, so I've now got a new code that I'm going to need to enter, but I can also do it that way as well. If you've lost that for some reason, use one of those recovery codes, click on login, and here we are good to go. Now it's worth mentioning that the implementation of 2FA that we have is best practice in the industry. It does not exist anywhere else other than in the Snicco Fortress platform that we have licensed and on our hosting platform. There are lots of plugins available that claim to add 2FA in a secure manner to your website. These are security theatre. That means they don't actually do or deliver what they say they do. Now the reason for that is the way they are implemented. Whilst yes, you will get a 2FA code, you will plug it in and that will let you log in. The problem here is that the codes that sit behind this, like the encryption keys essentially, are stored in the database in plain text. And that means if you have some other plugin on your site that manages to investigate the database and find those keys, they will be able to backwards engineer and skip the 2FA process completely. And that is really bad. The Fortress implementation we have keeps those keys outside of WordPress, outside of the database on the server, and they are not available if, for example, your site gets hacked. It cannot find, or that code is not able to get to those keys and therefore skip the 2FA. So if you're interested in learning more about how to keep your website safe, download our 5 Essentials for Keeping Your Website Safe guide. And if you're interested, you can get the opportunity to have a chat with me and we can see how we can help you keep your valuable business website online, up and working and earning you money. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe below, and I'll see you in the next one.